So, hello, hello, hello. Welcome to a place for healthy conversations. I am Kim. I am also known as Ms. Empower. I'm going to give just a couple of minutes for a few more people to come on into the room. Trying to see what the connection is. Hmm, Hello, hello, hello. This is a place for healthy conversations. I am Kim, and I am also known as Ms. Empower. I want to thank you for logging on tonight with me. As Tonight is the premiere of the channel, and I'm just going to tell you a few things that you can expect, and then I just had a quick little discussion that I would like to do. If you can type in the comments just to let me know where you are watching from, and feel free throughout the throughout the discussion tonight, feel free to comment and join in the discussion. So tonight is the premiere episode. Tomorrow is the weekly Let's Talk About It Tuesday. It will be the first time that Let's Talk About It Tuesday is on this channel. It started on Facebook at Kim um, Empower. You can go there if you want to go and check it out and see how Let's Talk About It Tuesday goes. We talk about just different topics that I think that is important, things that we see going on in our community, just things that I feel like we should address, things that's going to help us, to help our families, and just other people in the community, your friends, just whoever you come in contact with. So, um, this channel was created to just have healthy conversations, um, just dealing with things to just help us, guys, because I want to see everyone healthy in their mind, their body, and their soul. So we talk about a lot on this channel. If there is ever a topic that you think you want to hear, um, please feel free to email me at mzempower@gmail.com. And that's MZZ, and that's two Z's as in zebra, empower@gmail.com. Um, Also on this channel, there is a new segment called Dear Ms. Empower. So you can take time to write a letter if you want me to read it and address it. And I'll normally address that on Tuesdays. So let's get started. So today, um, I just want to thank you for logging on with me tonight, with this being the premiere episode. And I am looking forward to getting to know my audience and growing my audience. So if you have not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe and click the bell so that you'll get a notification every time I either upload a video or I go live. And you'll probably see me go live more than you'll see videos out here. I like to interact with the audience and just have really great conversations. So tonight I really just wanted to dive in and talk about, just the power of that word, I love you. And it's so powerful to the point that we get distracted when we hear it. So, for me, I remember as a little girl, my family just saying I love you and then following that up with a kiss or a hug, and I just felt so special. When someone says that they love you, you just have this feeling like you smile, you're blushing, you're just feeling so good. And as a child, to hear that and understand what that means, as a child, when you hear that and you get that hug or that kiss on the forehead or that kiss on the jaw, that means something special to you, right? And as a child, you never question whether that person means it or not, right? So as we grow up and become adults, we hear that word, I love you. But guess what? Sometimes we don't see actions behind that. So a person says they love you, but they don't show you that they love you. They don't show the actions. And so many people, hey Gail, so many people, um, they hear that word and that's all they have to hear. They don't have to see the actions. And the reason being is because they don't know, what actions they should be looking for. And then other times they don't have self-love. So when you don't have self-love and you don't love on yourself, you don't know what to expect with love. You don't know how to know whether you're being loved or not. So we're going to talk about that tonight because I think that it's very important that we know when we are loved. Um, so the first thing I want to say, when you are loved, you are going to see certain things from your significant other. And that is, you're going to see support. You're going to see empathy. You're going to see respect. You're going to see loyalty. You're going to see honesty, and you're going to be able to trust them. And so if you want to put something in the comments, um, to say what it is that you see when you know that you are loved by someone, please do that. Let's share that because I think it's good when we can share information because maybe it's something I didn't think about, or maybe it's something that somebody else needs to see. We never know who jumps into um, these chats or these messages or videos or whatever, these lives. That's what I want to say. We never know who jumps in, and for what reason, what they came to hear. So let's put that in the comments if there's something else that you think I left out, because it's so important that your significant other respects you. Not only do they say they respect you, but they should be showing that to you. You should be able to see these different things. And so, um, you should know that they are being honest with you, you know. Um, so when we talk about respect, we talk about honest, we talk about being empathetic, we talk about being able to trust, we talk about them being loyal, and I'm just not talking um to women, I'm talking to men as well. Because men and women both experience that where someone says that they love you, because we love to hear that word because it just takes us to a different space. And the reason why a lot of people just go ahead and say that to someone is because they're trying to reel them in and get them where they want them to be, or they're trying to get to that space where they're wanting to get with that person. And so that's the quickest way to get them is to say, I love you, without even showing it. And when you get distracted, that's not good. That's not good, because then you find yourself in a situation and you don't even know what you're in. You just know that you don't feel good, but you still think that they love you. So think about the people who um, are receiving any type of abuse, and they've been in these relationships for years and they can't seem to leave, and they keep saying, but they love me. No, they don't. People that stay in those relationships where they're being cheated on, and they keep saying, but they love me. They don't. Their actions are speaking very loudly and letting you know that they don't love you, but they keep saying to you that they do. And when they say that, that just makes you stay a little longer. It just lets you, makes you deal with it a little longer. And I'm just here to tell you, it's so important that you really think about how you are being treated. Are you really loved by that person? So let's dive in a little more on that. When someone loves you, they listen to you. Now, I will be honest and say there are a lot of people out here that have a hard time with communication, communicating effectively, but they are willing to listen to what you have to say, even if they can't wait for you to finish and they want to jump in. It's just the point of them not knowing how to communicate, right, effectively. And that's a learning process. Another thing, they will acknowledge their differences that they have with you. And instead of them trying to change you, they will accept what the differences are. They will make a decision. Is this something that I can deal with for the rest of my life? Or do I want to end this right now? That's love. Um, they will, excuse me, guys. They will like I said before, they will communicate with you with no problem. And when I say no problem, they don't have a problem sitting down and talking to you about whatever it is that may be on your mind. Um, they will encourage you to do the things that are important to you. It's an awesome thing when you have someone that supports you in whatever your endeavors are, whatever it is that you're going after, whatever your goals are that you told them that you had, and they are supporting you. So let's say you said you wanted to open up some type of store, and maybe you guys were out and you're like, you know what, babe, this might be nice for your store. When they actually take the time to think about whatever it is that you are going after, and they are there wholeheartedly supporting you, that's love. Um, they will be somebody that you can truly trust. You can trust them. You can trust their word. You have no reason to believe that they are not being honest with you. They make a strong effort to do what is necessary to keep your relationship healthy. So, if you guys seem like you're having some problems, hey, maybe they'll say, babe, maybe we should do some counseling. Babe, I heard about this marriage retreat, or I heard about this retreat for people who are dating, just whatever situation you're in, whether you're in a relationship or you're in marriage, because this goes for both. Okay, you have to look at, if even if you're married, you have to look at whether your spouse is showing love to you or not. Um, and the same, of course, goes for dating. They are willing to compromise. That's another thing. When they are willing to compromise, just for the sake of things being okay between you, they're not trying to um, dominate you, and they're willing to compromise sometimes. But yeah, maybe sometimes they may want something their way, just like sometimes you may want something your way. But it's always a compromise. It's not about who's right, who's wrong. Somebody sent me something just the other day, just saying, when you're in a relationship or in a marriage and you are disagreeing, nobody wins, you know and it could be that you both lose depending on how it goes, how that conversation goes, that disagreement goes. So it's important that you are paying attention to the actions that are coming behind those words, I love you. And if I'm honest, I feel like our children should be taught that at a young age, so that when they become our age, they already know and understand, and throughout life, they can make these decisions maybe better than some decisions that we made. So I'm always looking for my children to be better than me, make decisions better than I did. So if I can school them on something, I do. My children are how 29, 22, and 21, and I'm still a parent. I still talk to them about things. I still encourage them. I still pour into them and teach them things, things that I know is going to help them. I don't down them. I don't judge them. I listen to them, and if I'm honest, I always tell myself, man, I wish I had a did this a little more when they were younger, but that they're older. We have a bond. We can talk about anything. They don't mind coming to me and talking to me because they know I'm not going to judge them. My mom was the same way with me. She was never judgmental. So I think if we teach our children at an early age, it will really help them to navigate through life and not just accept anything. And honestly, when you accept just anything in a relationship, most of the time it's because you don't know how to love yourself. When you don't know how to love yourself, you don't know really what it feels like to love or be loved. And so you are willing to accept what is given to you because you don't know better. But tonight, I'm here to tell you that it's time to open your eyes and realize that if you're not being respected, if your partner is not honest, if your partner cannot be trusted, if they are not supportive, if they are not these things, guys, it's time to pay attention to that and make some decisions on your own behalf. It's time to sit down, have conversations because you deserve better. So let me move on. So when I say it's important to love yourself enough so that you don't fall for just anything and you don't accept just anything. It's the most important thing, guys. So we're going to jump into that because when you have self-love, you have boundaries and you have standards in place. And not to say that nobody will try to cross them, but you'll be aware of them trying to cross those boundaries and those standards that you have set for yourself. It's being aware because that's the problem. Sometimes we aren't paying attention because we're caught up in I love you, the sound of I love you. Just think about it. The first time that person told you that they loved you, you was just all in. Ooh, they love me. Man, I can't wait to see where this is gonna go. What are they gonna do? Where are we gonna end up? Are we gonna get married? You know, you just start thinking about all these things because this person said, "I love you." but you've yet to see the actions yet because you have gotten distracted and you're just paying attention to the fact that they said they love you. And you think that that's enough. That's not enough. That's not enough. I'm sorry. Let me move on to the next one. So, like I said, when you have self love, you have boundaries and you have standards. These things protect you. It makes you aware of what is going on. You will feel more in charge of your life. How many of you um, have been in times in your life where you just didn't feel like you was in charge of your life? Like it just seems like everything is just going haywire. It's not what you expect. It's not what you really want. You really can't put your finger on it, but you know that things are not right because you're not in charge of your life. You have to pay attention. I did a video on Facebook last week talking about being in tune with yourself. That is exactly what that is. It's important to be in tune with who you are. So check that out. You will stop seeking approval. So often when we don't have self-love, we are so quick to want to seek approval from other people. Think about how it is on social media. When you post a picture of yourself, you can't wait for somebody to like it or somebody to say, "Oh, you're beautiful," because you're not having that self-love. You don't have that within. So you're waiting for somebody else to say it. You put something out there, you're waiting for somebody else to say something positive about it. And it's nothing wrong with wanting to get positive affirmations from people. But let me say this, make sure you're giving that to you first, because that's important. If you're giving it to you first, I promise you, you're not necessarily going to be looking for it from anyone else. And you're not going to just accept anything, guys. That's how so many people get caught up with the wrong people because of just the things that they were saying to you. And you were so gullible, because you've been waiting for someone to say that to you. You're waiting for someone to be that, whatever that is, to you. And so let's move on to the next one. You will make more courageous and conscious decisions. You'll make more courageous and conscious decisions, guys. So you'll be more courageous to jump out there, step out that comfort zone of yours, step outside of that box that you've been staying inside of because you're waiting for someone to give you approval and say, "Hey, go ahead and do that." But no, it's about you loving you enough to go for whatever it is that you want in this life. If you're wanting a relationship, that's going to end up in marriage, and that's awesome. But you want to make sure that you know what you're choosing and who you're choosing. Make sure you know. Make sure that they are willing to be who it is that you're looking for. Make sure that they are actually showing you the love that you deserve. Um, you will develop better relationships when you have self-love because you're not looking for someone to affirm you. Absolutely. That's what I want to say. Affirm. You're not waiting for that because you already feel it within and you're so confident. You're confident in what you're doing. You're confident in who you are. You're confident in where you're going. Although sometimes it's a little scary where you're going, but it's okay. But as long as you believe in you first, that's all that matters. I see I have a comment up there. Oh, yes. So Gail says people use the words "I love you" too loosely, and that is absolutely correct. Because a lot of times people that use that word, use those three words, a lot of times they don't mean that. It just seems like it's the right time to say it. It's the right thing to say at the time. And we really need to know what we mean when we say "I love you." We really need to be able to back that up with our actions. Um, You'll stop looking at relationships as your means to happiness. I remember in my 20s, being a young mother, I wanted a stable relationship. I wanted the result of marriage. And I remember feeling like once that happened, that I was going to be happy. That has nothing to do with your happiness. I'm going to say this now. So if you're not happy already within, then you're not going to be happy when you get in a relationship with someone. Because when you get in a relationship or in a marriage with someone, you're not just focused on you anymore. You're focusing on you and that person. So, in a lot of cases, sometimes you're not even putting yourself first because you're thinking about your mate. So, it's better to already have found happiness before you found your mate. You will start choosing yourself. So many times we don't choose ourselves when we don't have self love. It's important, guys, that you have self love. So that was just like a little mini synopsis. So, ooh, I can't say the word tonight. Synopsis. And I still didn't get it out right, but that was just small because I plan to talk about self love just a little deeper. And I can't say it's not going to be next week, but it will be coming up, and you'll see it on the flyer. But it's important that you learn to love yourself. So my message tonight is, don't worry about um, those words. I love you. Yes, it's nice to hear. But what I want to say is the words I love you, it's wonderful to hear. It's really great to love who you are and to love yourself enough not to just accept anything. And that's what's most important. That's my message tonight. Yes, I love you are great words to hear, but also it's better to love yourself first. When you love yourself first, you won't fall for just anything. So that's my message for tonight. Again, I'll have a Let's Talk About It Tuesday tomorrow at 8 o'clock. We're talking about sabotaging, just how we sabotage things in our life. Um, so that will be tomorrow. And again, we also have a new segment that's going to be included on Tuesday, starting probably the following week, where you can write in to Dear Ms. Empower. And you can send that to mzzempower@gmail.com. And so I have really enjoyed talking to you guys tonight. Again, this was just a premiere of what you'll be getting on this channel. We'll be talking about healthy topics, things that need to be talked about here at A Place for Healthy Conversations. So I thank you for joining me at a Place for Healthy Conversations. And again, I am Ms. Empower. Look forward to talking to you guys again.